Welcome to the second day of Social Now, also for me. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, I'm realizing I'm very old. We have been here discussing the same topics for more than a decade, at least with some of you like Luis. What we'll do today is talking about the experience that we have in this space, but also some of the personal scars that we got while helping large organizations not just becoming more productive, but also becoming more human thanks to social business. So I will take the chance to give some advice to cabling about how to avoid some very expensive mistakes, but also to get the best out from social tools. Sorry, apologies, but I want to go straight to the core of the matter. That's how most social collaboration initiatives look like. Not 20%, not 50%, actually 90% of them tend to fail, according to Gartner. And you can tell from this picture how social failures look like. It's like being naked in the middle of the bay with your boat's engine down and hundreds of people taking pictures at your back. Definitely not a good picture. Why is that? Because collaboration is a trap, borrowing the words of Admiral Akbar, if you know this character. And this is not because collaboration is a trap. Actually, it's because many organizations, and I hope cabling won't do that, are driving themselves into this trap by choosing a wrong or misinformed or not effective rollout strategy. And when I say that, I'm especially referring to the adoption CHIMERA. Everybody's talking about collaboration. Everybody's talking about enterprise social networks. But if you look at the numbers, these are the numbers. The majority of organizations never reach their employees' base. They are stuck between 10% and 30%. At the other extreme, you see that only 7% of the market has virtually reached a pervasive adoption, meaning at least 75% of the population. So most organizations are not able to go from a pilot, from an experiment, to a long-term transformation where all employees are connected by a social glue. This is what we are seeing today. And even if I don't believe that adoption should be the end goal of collaboration, adoption is the path to reap benefits from collaboration. So the topic of my speech today is if there is any silver bullet, if there is some magic tool through which we can help any organization to get the best out from collaboration, to improve processes, to improve the way of working, thanks to communities. Maybe there is no silver bullet, but still there are years of experiences, and we did research on hundreds of organizations to understand what differentiates the leaders from the rest of the market. And actually, there are only a few lessons, a few points that most of the market is still ignoring. So my hope for cabling is that together with choosing social tools, you will decide to take notice of some of these lessons learned, some of these mistakes, and improve your chances to get it right. So let's go through them. The first point is about the business. We are talking about people. I know that Luis will never start from the business, but I will. Collaboration is not an end goal. Collaboration is just a mean to bring your business strategy to life. It could be about efficiency, it could be about sales, it could be about customer retention, it could be about project management, it could be about knowledge circulation. It doesn't matter. But the first question should be why I should collaborate. Believe me, this may sound trivial, but most organizations are not asking themselves why. They're a SharePoint, they're just deploying connections, they're deploying any other tool, but there is no clear understanding about the why. your strategy is anyway not enough. So your boss agenda is one part of the picture, but the other part is thinking about what's in it for me for employees. And again, you can punish people if they don't participate. You can pay people if they don't participate, but you will see very quickly that extrinsic rewarding doesn't last. People get used to that, and actually they shift their mindset to one where I do something, you give me something. I do more, you give me more. That's definitely not the right mindset for establishing an horizontal, transparent, collaborative workplace. The only sustainable approach is thinking about the personal value. The egoistical value for employees could be getting promoted, it could be becoming visible, it could be becoming recognized as an expert, it could be helping others. But nonetheless, most of the projects fail because employees never understood why they should bother to change their way of working. So making this connection, making this clear is dramatically important also to get out from the inbox. The inbox is today the standard de facto tool. So what we are going to provide them with should be 10 times better than the email, than the internet, than the other channels that you have. This is not something that employees will understand themselves. When you got the value proposition right, there is another monster to tame. Maybe these monsters are not that scary, but culture is scary. Culture can trump any social collaboration initiative. And by looking at the cultures of our organizations, you can easily tell that we are not open enough, we are not transparent enough, we are not inviting bottom-up participation enough to really bring social collaboration to life, to bring social enterprise to life. But please don't be among those executives that give up collaboration even before trying for the fear of their culture. I've seen many of them, no, we are not that innovative, we are not that open, we are not that transparent, I won't try. Actually, there is a virtuous circle connecting collaboration and culture. The better the culture, the more impactful is collaboration, but it's true also the other way around. The better your collaboration project, the quicker you can evolve your culture. And the secret is that no large organization today is really collaborative. So if you are waiting to be collaborative to getting started, you won't ever get started. So better try today, better try to use collaboration as a hack to change your culture than waiting for a culture that is ready for collaboration. Another small secret, political secret, is who are you going to invite to the table? If you look at these numbers, you can tell how much our way of working today is distributed. It's distributed both from a geographical perspective and from a functional perspective. So we need to collaborate, regardless of the tool, more and more. So that means that collaboration is your best chance to transform not just one team, not just one unit, but to transform the entire organization by connecting the dots, by inviting the IT, by inviting HR, by inviting internal communication, by inviting the business to the table. In a sense, your role as a social collaboration leader, as a social collaboration strategist, is building bridges. Is trying to convince different stakeholders to come together and to talk to each other. And in the past, probably this never happened. The marketing never talked to HR. HR never talked to IT because they don't like each other, because they have different background. So this is a chance to change the organization, not just to deploy a tool. It's a chance to break the silos. It's a chance to bring different teams together and to convince them to look at each other and to understand that they are human beings and they can talk to each other. How you do that? Actually, you don't do that. You empower your employees to do that. There is no way today that change can be imposed top-down. The only way to make change sticky, successful, is to use co-design, is to facilitate change. It's like having a turtle tiger. On one side, you have your corporate goals. On the other side, you have bottom-up needs, expectations, behaviors, personal agendas. So the first point is having a strategy. Most of the market today doesn't have a strategy. 8 out of 10 organizations don't have any rollout strategy. This is a recipe for disaster. But even those that have a strategy quite never try to balance top-down and bottom-up. Successful projects do this 2 times more than others. And of course, if you want to have success, you have to define success. And defining success means trying to describe it also through numbers. Now, 9 out of 10 of the leaders are actually measuring at least something. This is not true for 50% of the laggards. But what you do measure also counts. Successful projects don't just try to measure likes, comments, posts, number of users. They try to measure the business outcomes. It could be sales, it could be the success rate of your product, it could be the throughput of your process. Doesn't mind, but yet you have to measure, and the leaders are doing that 3 times more. Again, if collaboration is in support of a strategy, you should articulate and you should measure if it is already supporting your strategy. Is this possible? Absolutely yes. This is a table. I won't read that, of course. This is taken from our experience and from the literature. You can see that collaboration can help with cost reduction, can help with productivity, can help with operational efficiency, with innovation, with employee engagement, and quite often the returns are double digits. Just take a look at this line. If you ever read Gallup, you know that globally, the employee engagement is really, really low. It's something like 13%. That means that 87% of the global population is not really engaged at work. Thanks to collaboration, you can improve it 400%. Maybe it's not that much. You go from 13 to 14. But that's still a big, big improvement that you can get. And to most of these numbers, you can attach dollars or euros. So this is a way to prove the return of the investment on collaboration. This is not everything. There are a number of subtle emerging returns, softer returns, but still, for many managers, you have to prove the value in a way they understand. And the way they understand is money. And my last point for you is that if collaboration is about people, for people, well, you need people. You need new skills. And when we visit organizations and we ask them, how many community managers do you have? The answer is always 0. How many community managers are you going to have? 0, again. But how can you succeed without people that really understand, really perceive this big transformation we are going through? Again, the leaders are 9 times out of 10 having at least somebody in charge of collaboration. But the kind of people you need are dramatically different from your colleagues, probably. They should be very patient, they should be good networker, they should be a bit workaholic, they should be self-motivated, they should be good mediators, they should be honest and trustworthy. The list is so big that actually they look much more JEDI Knights than employees. But you have to find them, you have to grow them, you have to nurture them, you have to transform them into your change agents, and you need to help them to help you transform the organization. There is no way to succeed with collaboration without these new people. And I'm going to my really last slide. I think the biggest question with collaboration is really, what's the end state we are looking for? Is it adoption? Is it participation? Or is it a new idea organization that invites any single employee to give his or her best, to be treated with care and respect, to bring his best attitude to work? I believe this is the end goal of collaboration, building a different idea of organization, bringing a new idea of organization to life. So my best wish for you and for Cabling is just go pick a social tool and leverage it to make your organization a better place for your customers, for your employees, and for yourself. Thank you very much.